We divide ourselves in countless ways, by race, by nationality, by religion, by culture, even by the people we consider friends and those we consider enemies. But what if those divisions are not the deepest truth about us? More than a century ago, Abdu'l-Bahá offered a very different way of seeing humanity, not as separate and competing groups, but as one human family. And he argued that unity is not simply a beautiful moral ideal, it is a principle of life itself. This idea follows directly from the first principle we explored, the search for truth. Abdu'l-Bahá explains that when we sincerely search for truth, putting aside prejudice, superstition, and traditions that may blind us, we are led naturally to another discovery. Humanity is one. He expresses it with a striking image. The crown of humanity rests on the head of every human being. No race possesses a greater claim to human dignity. No nation is inherently favored over another. Every person wears the same crown of humanity. So why do we create barriers between ourselves? Why should race separate us? Why should nationality become a reason for hostility? Why should traditions inherited from the past teach us to distrust people we may never even have met? For Abdu'l-Bahá, these divisions obscure a deeper reality, and to explain that reality, he asks us to look at something as simple as a flower. A flower exists because different elements have come together. As long as those elements remain joined, the flower lives as a flower. When that attraction disappears, the elements separate, the flower decomposes, and that particular form of life is gone. From this simple observation, Abdu'l-Bahá draws a much larger lesson. Unity is necessary to existence. Love is the very cause of life. Attraction, harmony, unity, love. These bring things together. Repulsion, discord, hatred, separation. These pull them apart. And then he applies the same principle to what he calls the great body of humanity. The flower itself is made from different elements. Its unity does not require every part to become the same. Human unity can be understood in much the same way. We come from different nations, cultures, races, traditions, and experiences. Unity does not require those differences to disappear. It asks what can hold us together despite them. For Abdu'l-Bahá, that attracting force is harmony, unity, and love. So unity becomes more than something we agree with in principle. It becomes something that affects whether families, communities, and societies can truly flourish. Where people learn to cooperate, understand one another, and recognize their shared humanity, relationships can grow. Where hatred and division dominate, the human family is pulled apart. Abdu'l-Bahá even turns to the animal world. He observes that many gentle creatures gather together in flocks and herds, while fierce animals often live apart. His comparison is deliberately uncomfortable. Human beings possess extraordinary capacities for reason, compassion, cooperation, and love. Yet those same human capacities can also be used to deepen divisions and inflict harm on one another. So saying humanity is one is the easy part. Living as though it is true is much harder. Abdu'l-Bahá asks us to respond to ignorance with education rather than contempt, and to weakness with tenderness and care rather than rejection. When someone does not understand what we understand, do we immediately judge them? When someone is struggling, do we push them away? When someone sees the world differently, do we stop seeing the person and see only the difference? What would change if our first response were patience, understanding, and compassion? That question belongs in our homes, our workplaces, our neighborhoods, our communities, and in our conversations with people whose beliefs are very different from our own. But Abdu'l-Bahá does not stop there, because it is relatively easy to speak about one human family when we are thinking about people we already understand and love. The real test comes with someone we do not, someone we resent, someone we distrust, perhaps even someone we consider an enemy. And here, Abdu'l-Bahá presents one of the most demanding implications of the principle. Baha'u'llah, he says, taught that we should love even our enemies and be to them as friends. That does not require us to pretend that harmful actions are harmless or that genuine differences do not exist. It asks something deeper. Can we disagree without hatred? Can we oppose an idea without denying the humanity of the person who holds it? Can we refuse to inherit hostility simply because someone belongs to another race, nation, religion, culture, or group? Can we look at someone we have placed on the other side of a divide and still recognize a member of the same human family? Perhaps that is where the unity of mankind becomes more than an inspiring idea. It becomes a practice, a way of seeing, and ultimately, a way of living. The question, then, is not merely whether we can say that mankind is one family. It is whether the way we live and the way we love shows that mankind is one family. This is a personal educational reflection on Abdu'l-Bahā's words and is not an official interpretation of the Bahá'í teachings.